What's going on, everybody? Top 10 Pokemon back, and today we will be reviewing the top Pokemon card auctions of the week. We had a very exciting week seeing many of the Astral Radiance cards graded come through an auction. We saw a couple of brand new Black Label modern cards come through, and of course a great variety of modern and vintage, English and Japanese. Stay tuned for all that and more. Folks, hit the subscribe button, help me get to 20,000 subscribers, and don't forget to give the video a like. And please use my eBay affiliate link if you do any shopping to support the channel. I would really appreciate it. All right, folks, enough filler. Let's get into the thriller, starting with these brand new Astral Radiance PSA graded cards. We saw a Hisuian Lilligant VMAX Rainbow Rare card as a PSA 10 sell for $90. We also saw this Hisuian Lilligant V alternate art sell as a PSA 10 for $182.50. And then we saw a Hisuian Sneasler V alternate art sell for $247.50. Here's a PSA 10 Origin Form Palkia V alternate art that sold for $232. An Origin Form Dialga V alternate art in PSA 10 sold for $407. And then we saw probably the most popular card in this set, the Machamp V alternate art, had a few sales as PSA 10s. One sold for $515, another one for $546. And then our biggest sale of the week was one that sold for $830 as a Gem Mint 10. So the graded Astral Radiance cards have hit the auction market. What do you think of some of these prices? Let me know in the comments. All right, let's get into some Evolving Skies. Here's some Evolving Skies cards we haven't really seen come by. Here's a Golurk V that sold as a PSA 10 for $112. Then we saw, of course, the Espeon V alternate art that sold for $181. And then we saw this Leafeon VMAX Rainbow Rare sell for $137, along with this Leafeon VMAX alternate art that sold for $275 this week. We also saw an Umbreon V alternate art that sold for $207, and an Umbreon VMAX from this set that sold for $170 as a PSA 10. Now check this out, folks. A BGS 10 Black Label copy of this card has sold in auction this week for $1,084. And speaking of Black Labels, we saw Charizard V-Star Rainbow Rare from Brilliant Stars sell as a Black Label BGS 10 for $4,550 big ones. All right, now here's my problem with this card and with Black Labels in general. They don't seem to be quite as strict as they used to be. You know, when you see a Black Label card, it's supposed to be absolute perfection, right? You're paying 10 times as much most of the time as you would a PSA 10 label, so you're expecting perfection. Let's take a look at the back of this card. So maybe my eyes deceive me. I don't know. You guys let me know what you see. But it looks like the right side of this card, the border is a lot skinnier than the left side. You see that? Looks like it's off-centered from left to right there. And this is a Black Label card, so the centering should be perfect. And I've been seeing this trend a lot lately with Black Label cards. The centering's been off quite a bit on a lot of them, and I think that's an absolute travesty because you are paying an absolute premium for these BGS 10 Black Label cards. So, what do you all think? Does this look a little off-center to you? Let me know. All right, on to the more expensive full art trainer cards. Here's a full art Rosa from Cosmic Eclipse that sold for $307. We had a full art Lycia from Celestial Storm sell for $565 this week. And the full art Lily from Ultra Prism sold for $625. But that's nothing compared to this Japanese full art Lily from the GX Battle Boost set that sold as a PSA 10 for $3,801 this week. A couple of other interesting modern cards to go over here is a Whale Lord and Magikarp GX from Team Up set that sold for $218. We saw a holographic Mew from Evolutions in PSA 10 sell for about $250. The very underrated Rainbow Rare Charizard and Breaks and GX card from Cosmic Eclipse sold for $232. And then we saw a BGS 10 Snorlax VMAX from the Sword and Shield base set sell for $160. We also saw a BGS 10 Rapid Strike Urshifu V from Battle Style set sell for $265. And a BGS 10 Pristine Amazing Rare Zacian from Vivid Voltage that sold for $60. So not doing too much better than the PSA 10 label for this card. You pretty much got to get it in a Black Label to really see that premium for these amazing rares. And then we saw this Pokemon Futsal promo. This is the Eevee on the ball in PSA 10 that sold for $81 this week. Couple of stunning cards from Generation set. Here's a Leafeon EX that sold for only $46 as a PSA 10. The Jolteon EX, $67 as a PSA 10. And this Charizard EX sold for $144.50. So it's quite amazing that these cards are pretty inexpensive, especially that Leafeon. These are the hits of the set, but the Elite Trainer box goes for quite a bit. So yeah, the cards in this set aren't keeping up with the price of the sealed product, if you ask me. Alright, let's get into some vintage cards, starting with base set in this holographic Unlimited Mewtwo that sold this week for $915. We saw a base 2 Venusaur holo sell for $911 this week. A first edition Machamp Cosmos holofoil that you got from the base 2 theme deck sold as a PSA 10 for $905. An Unlimited Flareon holo from Jungle sold for $496, while the Unlimited Pinsir holo sold for $327. I still think that Unlimited WotC holos in PSA 10 are very, very underrated. A lot of them are even more difficult to get in a PSA 10. The pop reports are lower for these cards, so yeah, I feel that they're very underrated for the price that they're going for. The first edition Dark Charizard from Rocket Set, we saw another one come by this week, sold for $4,100. And then we saw a couple more Rocket cards. Here's a first edition Dark Doug Trio holo on PSA 10 that sold for $510, along with this Dark Machamp that sold for $668. Here is a Charizard non-holo from Legendary Collection, the one you get from the Lava theme deck, I believe, and it sold for a whopping $1,498. And then here is a Black Star promo Lucky Stadium that sold as a PSA 10 for an even $1,500. This beautiful first edition Ho-Oh holo from Neo Revelations sold for $2,943. And then we saw several cards from the E-Series come by. Here is a wonderful illustration of Hypno from Aquapolis, sold for $659. This Togetic sold for $685. And from Skyridge, this Raikou holo sold for $750. I saw one crystal card come by in this Crystal Kingdra that sold for $2,322 this week. On to the EX era, we saw this Reverse Foil Mew from Legend Maker set that sold for $633 US. And this Rockets Suicune EX and PSA 10 sold for $1,779 US. A couple of Level X cards. Here is a Level X Palkia from the Platinum Series that sold for $529 US. And an Infernape Level X from Diamond and Pearl base set that sold for $949 US. An Unlimited Team Rocket Booster Box sell for $6,100. On to the weekly PWCC auction block. We saw a couple of very interesting cards. Here's a first edition Meganium holo from Neo Genesis that sold for only $930, which I think was a very, very low price for a card like this. And then we saw the first edition Feraligatr number 4 card from Neo Genesis sell for $990. We saw a first edition Fossil Raichu holo sell for $1,350. And we saw a base 2 Blastoise holo sell for $1,200 this week. The Shadowless first edition Machamp from base set sold as a PSA 10 for $4,200. And then we saw this Black Star promo Rayquaza EX sell for $2,640. The Kyogre Gold Star from EX Delta Species sold for $3,600. And then this beautiful holographic Mewtwo from Expedition sold for $3,240. We saw this BGS 10 Black Label Stamp Box promo Pikachu card sell for $2,250. And then this BGS 10 7,000 point Japanese Mew EX promo card sold for $3,960. Only with a population 1 of 4. And then here we had this Japanese EV promo, the 500 point fan club card that sold for $5,760. And then here we had a CGC 9.5 Art Academy illustration Gloomy card that sold for an even $6,000. And then once again, a Crystal Charizard came through PWCC as a PSA 10. This week it sold for $11,700. And then back to eBay, our auction of the week has to go to this PSA 10 first edition base set Blastoise that sold for $22,855, which, like most of the first edition base set holos, is down significantly. This card would easily go for over $30,000 several months ago, now down to a little over $22,000. So folks, what do you think of the auctions of the week? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for sticking around till the end. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much again, and I'll see you in my next one.